first thing you pull the car in, leave it running. Turn on the lights, the blinkers, honk the horn, walk around the car, look at the lights. Put your hand on the tailpipe, listen for an exhaust leak, okay? If you got an exhaust leak when you're underneath, look and see if you can see where it's coming from. Pop under the hood. You check the oil, check the coolant, check the brake fluid, check the power steering. You're going to check the spark plug. Check the gap. Should be close to what the factory gap is. It's stuck in there. Check the gap. That gap looks all right. Check your hoses while you're under the hood. Feel them, make sure they're not brittle or squishy. Get a flashlight, check the belt. See if it's got cracks in the belt. Get a battery tester, hook it up to the battery. This battery's dead, but we're just gonna show you. Enter the cold cranking amps, push test, pass, fail. On your paper, just write down cold cranking amps. You're going to pop the air cleaner off and look in there, see if it's all dirty, if it's good. All right, now we're going to lift it up just a little bit. We're going to check the ball joints. Going to put this pry bar underneath the front tire. And remember, if you're checking, see how it's got some play? This particular car is the wheel bearing, but it would be similar to that if it was a ball joint, but probably not as much play. If you have a car without McPherson struts, you will actually jack it up by the lower control arm instead of by the frame. Okay, now we're going to lift the car up. Check the steering. This car has got rack and pinion. So to check the steering linkage, we're going to grab the tire like this, shake it like this. Again, this play is wheel bearing, but it would be similar for a rack and pinion loose for the inner outer tie rod. Check the other side. This actually is an outer tie rod that's loose. You can see that little bit of play in there like that. While we got it up in the air, you're going to check your tread on your tires. Okay, all 4 tires. I'm not going to do all 4 for the video. Check your pressure on your tires. Okay. Okay, you're going to lift it up in the air. You're going to look under here for leaks. You're going to check your CV boots. Look under here for leaks. This oil pan's bashed in. You probably want to tell them about that. Check your CV boots. Look at your exhaust system, especially if you heard any noises while you were doing that. Got to check our brakes. Sometimes you can see the brake pads. From here, I'm looking right in there and I can see that there is lots of brake pad left, like 8/30 seconds. So that would be green on the brake pads. To check the rear brakes, we're going to have to drop the car down. And we're going to have to pull. If it has rear disc, you can just peek through the wheel like I did on the front. But if it's got rear drums, you're going to have to pull a wheel off and pull a drum off. Oh, this one's already off, sorry. Pull it off, and do a measurement on your rear brakes. See how much brake pad is left. Also check for any leaking on your master cylinders, your calipers, any of your brake lines, any of that stuff. Inspect your shocks while you're up in the air. Look for leakage, bent shocks, cracked bushings. You should do a bounce test on your shocks while it's on the ground. And that pretty much covers it. That's the whole inspection in like 6 minutes. Bye.